Hi everyone, it's Rio Clouting. In today's session, we're going to have a look at the brand new AI Hub, which is currently in public preview within Microsoft Purview. To gain access to the AI Hub, we need to be assigned the applicable role group, which is the Entry Compliance Admin Group role. As and when your user account is assigned the role, we can then access the Microsoft Purview console, or in other words, the compliance portal, via compliance.microsoft.com or purview.microsoft.com. Once we've navigated to the applicable URL, it will take us to the Microsoft Purview dashboard, where we'll see a load of different solutions we can uptake within the compliance portal itself. At the top here, where we see the ribbon, we can also toggle from the legacy experience to the new and improved Microsoft Purview portal. On the left-hand service pane, where we see AI Hub and in brackets preview, we can select Analytics. This will take us to our uniform, single pane of glass AI Hub, where we can discover and secure all AI activity in not just Microsoft Copilot, but also other generative AI applications. This is very important. We're not just looking at the Microsoft 365 ecosystem here, we're also looking at third-party consumer applications. It's also here to keep your data safe and stay on track with industry regulations. To summarise, it's here to discover, protect and comply with anything AI within your organisation. We have an option here to get started where we can start to activate the Microsoft Purview audit, install Microsoft Purview browser extensions, onboard the devices to Microsoft Purview and extend your insights for data discovery. All have their unique use case. Let's start off with activating Microsoft Purview audit. This should already be enabled on your behalf or enabled by default, where we can track back 180 days worth of security events, forensic investigations and internal investigations. We can extend the audit login from 1 year to 10 years with the premium add-on. The unified audit login is available within the Microsoft Purview Compliance Center, and we're also able to track AI usage or AI interactions. Don't be alarmed if you don't see data propagate instantly. It can take up to 24 hours for the data to reflect within the console itself, albeit if that be the AI Hub or that be the audit log itself. So when we scroll down and you see the reporting mechanisms down here for sensitive interactions, total interactions over time, total visits to different generative AI apps, you may not see the data immediately. You may need to wait. If we scroll back up, we have another option to install the Microsoft Purview browser extension. So what does this do for us? Well, in the description here, browsing and sharing sensitive data with generative AI websites can be potentially risky user activity. The Microsoft Purview compliance extension for Edge, Chrome and Firefox collects signals that help you to detect when these activities occur. So these prereqs are very important when we're going to implement insider risk management policies as well as data loss prevention. This allows us to be able to monitor and track generative AI usage across our organisation and gain those relevant insights. We also have the option to onboard devices to Microsoft Purview. In particular, this is of use when we're talking endpoint data loss prevention on our devices. So maybe we have some sort of confidential project or some sort of confidential data or personal identifiable information on our laptop, and we don't want user accounts to be able to copy and paste that information from our Microsoft 365 service boundary to a third-party consumer AI app outside of our known organization. We could do that via onboarding our device and implementing the use of endpoint DLP. Of course, if you've already onboarded your devices via Defender for Endpoint, the job's pretty much already done for you, and all you really need to do is select Mark as complete here, and you'll see a lovely green tick on the left-hand side. For each of these tasks as well, as you see, there are hyperlinks to complete Z actions. So don't think you're left to your own devices to figure out how to implement this or push this out. You can click on the relevant Microsoft doc and it will take you through the steps to resolution. And then of course we can extend our insights for data discovery. And this is that whole piece around, out-of-the-box policies, one-click policies, being able to deploy policies straight away based on AI usage in your organization. So this will deploy an insider risk management policy. It will be called Microsoft AI Hub, Browsing and AI Assistance. And this will create an insider risk management policy to detect when users use the browser to visit other AI assistants. Okay, so that's that whole kind of web content violation piece or monitoring piece. Then data loss prevention policy will be called Microsoft AI Hub, discover sensitive prompts in AI assistants, discover sensitive content being pasted or uploaded into Edge, Chrome, and Firefox to other AI assistants. Once more, that's that whole piece around being able to implement endpoint DLP and data loss prevention, hence why you need to implement the prereqs prior to policy creation. And it will also give you a bit of an indicative on what to expect when you do create these policies out of the box. I think the big one here is there is no impact to end users, and the policies will be set to audit mode only. So simulation mode. So if you did want to enforce these, you would need to go into the applicable policy and enable it. So just like report only for conditional access policies, for example. So if we come out of here, and it will also give you a key on like kind of how long it will take you to implement the solutions. And once more, the AI Hub works in conjunction with the usual solutions we know and love, such as sensitivity labels, data classification, customer key, auditing, content search, you name it. Okay. When we scroll down, we can see a few recommendations based on AI regulations. It is important to note that at least one global company, funny enough, will be banned by 2027 by not adopting the use of AI regulations. So, from my perspective, it's really important to keep up to date with the latest regulatory frameworks. Maybe accessing the Service Trust portal, just to see where that responsibility resides in terms of Microsoft versus partner and you as an end customer. But if we were to click view details, we can see exactly, okay, how many sensitive information types or classification pieces are being identified, and for what, i.e. is it full name, is it a credit card number, is it PII, personal identifiable information of some sort, and actions to take. So it'll take us through, monitor logs for AI interactions. What do we need to do? Monitor AI interactions in other generative AI apps, and this will just get you to that readiness state for these newer AI regulations which are coming into play. We also have a lot of reporting mechanisms down here as well, such as AI data analytics, one being total interactions over time for Copilot in particular. And we can hover over the graph itself, and we can see the volume of interactions and also the volume over the past 30 days. If we scroll down a bit more, we can see the sensitive interactions. So any sensitive information either being prompted through the use of Copilot or saved locally within the likes of SharePoint Online or any file shares. Sensitive interactions per generative AI app, so we could break it down. Okay, there's Z amount of full names in Copilot, but we can see ChatGPT is being used here with particular account numbers. But of course, that will be a risk for you as an organization, so you could put in the necessary mitigations to stop that moving forward. We can also see the insider risk severity, and then we can start applying adaptive risk controls based on the risk we see here. Insider risk severity per generative AI app, and top unethical AI interactions. So this is more around the communication compliance piece, being able to decipher and understand what people are actually putting into the likes of Copilot for Microsoft 365 and any other generative AI app. So that's the AI Hub in terms of the dashboard. It is very simplistic at the moment. Of course, it's in public preview. There's more to come, but at least it consolidates some of the solutions we see down the left-hand side into one single pane of glass. And we also have the option to see the policies we create out of the box. So if I was to go into analytics, create the out-of-box policies, you will see the policies down here. So it's in one place rather than having to drill down into the individual solution areas, such as communication compliance, data loss prevention, information protection. It will just break it down into this one single console for you. There's a few more policies out of the box you can spin up within here as well, where you can press get started, but pretty much it's all on the analytical page at the top. So where we see the policies, we can click into the policies, and all it's really going to give you is a bit of a high level on, what the policy's doing, who it's targeting, and if you were to edit the policy in greater detail, it would just take you to the solution area where you would normally configure it. So if I come back here, and we also have Activity Explorer, where we can start drilling down into the activity in a bit more detail. We've got a load of filters at the top in terms of time frame, activity, the application in particular, if we're looking for a particular sensitive information type, all that lovely stuff. So I think that's it for the AI Hub. Like I said, this was just a quick overview on what AI Hub's here to do, here to help us. Any questions, please do let me know. There's a load of documentation on it, but pretty much it's just all the stuff I've been through. Thank you very much. Any questions, please do let me know. Yeah.